Okay, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time it is in your time zone to you. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Marissa, and I am talking to you a little bit about Twitter cards. I keep wanting to call them Twitter website cards because that's what they were originally called when I signed up for the webinar, but they're not necessarily just website cards. There's a lot more things that can be done with it. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use them, obviously. I'm quite a bit nervous today. This is my first tutorial I've ever filmed where you're able to see both my face and my screen. It's a little strange because I know that you're able to see me, but I'm not really aware of what I look like, so I might be missing half my face or something. Maybe I'll find some better software as I go. But Twitter cards, back to the point at hand here. These are what you may have seen if you're following myself or Third Scribe on Instagram, on Twitter yesterday. I went to a class. It was the Twitter Academy to learn how to make these, and now I've seen they are actually pretty useful, so I'm passing on that knowledge to you guys. You'll see them right here. They do have a picture and image, which does get increased clicks as we went over a few weeks ago. You also get a little headline of your own. You can choose to add additional information up top. I'm not 100% sure whether or not these hashtags work. We did ask yesterday during the academy and we didn't get a response on that. So I'm not sure. I don't think they would there, so I do think you need to add them up top. Then you get to choose a double headliner and the website you're choosing and what you want this link to be called. What's really neat about these is that you do have these links on here. So as opposed to, let's say when I post, I'm trying to go down and see one, they're a little bit of ways away. Okay, when you see something that someone else has posted like this, you're going to get a link here that could take you somewhere. You're not quite sure what it's going to look like. You'll get an image, still great, but there's not really a call to action on there. The call to action is going to be something like this: learn more, find out more, join now, read about this. It's going to be telling you what the person wants you to do. These are things that are hopefully going to get your readers, other writers, someone else engaged in what you're doing. For us, of course, our goal is to get more authors and readers on the site because we want to help you guys be successful. So if I were someone and I saw this, I would click Learn More. By clicking that, I am automatically taken to this page right here. Now you'll see that I did choose to have the same picture on both, but that's not necessarily how you have to do it. This one is not the same. This is going to actually go to our 1-year anniversary blog. So if I click on Learn More, I'm being taken over here. And this is an image on the page, but it's not the only image. So we're going to make one today, once I close out of these, and you will see a little bit about how it's done. So the first thing that you are going to have to do, actually, let me stop a second. These are free. Hands down, 100% free. You can choose to add and make these a paid campaign to target people outside of your followers. But if you do have active followers, people who like to like and retweet things, there's a chance that you won't have to pay for these if you don't want to. And I recommend trying out a few before you decide to pay for them anyway, just to see what kind of triggers your followers' responses so you kind of know how to find people who are similar to the people who already do like you. Over here, so campaign overview. This is where you're going to go to find where to make these. You're going to go to ads.twitter.com. If you go in, if you actually Google Twitter ads, you're going to be taken to a page that looks a little bit different than this. It's not where you want to be. Run. No. Just click on this little button right here. It has a little bird and says ads. It'll take you right back to this page. It's going to be the home screen for you. So I know it's a little scary. It says ads. That's why I made sure I said it was free first. And then you're going to go over here to creatives. Creatives are going to be where you're going to make the dun 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 cards. Yay! So these cards, there's lots of different types that can be done. I've only really dabbled between the two. You can see I've made the 2 website cards. There's a lead generation card. I don't know if those are going to be as, let's say, helpful for me as they might be for you. For you, a lead generation card, you can do something like find people who'd be interested in being your ARC readers. You can find people to sign up for your newsletter. You can do a few other things because you're going to be capturing their information. If you ever want to know what these things are, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just click Learn More, and they're going to tell you exactly what they are. You're going to be, instead of giving a call to action where they're going to be going to a different website or going to do something else, they're going to be instead getting information to you. So you're going to be finding out their names, their email addresses, other things about them. Again, they want you to do it different ways. And then you will be able to, this is where I want to stop it, go in and you can see their information. So you can capture theoretically a ton of email addresses, names, people who are interested in you. We're going to close out of this one because we're not making one of those ones today because I have no use for one and I'm going to make one and use it. So then I'm going to just go with the other kinds because we are going to be making a website card today. So a basic app. This is where you're going to go if you have an app. If any of you guys do have an app, first of all, I would like to know because I think that is amazing and I would love to download your app. Secondly, I want to know how you made it. And then there's an image app. So this is the basic app card. So it's going to give information on what your app is. Image app is then going to be around the same thing, except it's going to be driving installs instead. I don't think anyone out there has to worry about that. So it looks like what our focus is today is website cards. This is hence why I've been calling them website cards. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm guessing you've already figured it out, is click Create Website Card. A few other neat things to show you before we get over there is that I could choose to, edit this card. I can, if it's going to highlight for me, tweet this card. It's not going to right now, obviously, so I can retweet the same card again and again and again. Or I can copy this card. I think this is the coolest feature they added because by clicking this, it's going to give me all my same exact information, but I can change little things. Like, what if I just wanted a different picture to see if a different picture works better with the same wording, or if I just want to change the words. It's going to go, so you'll still then have, let's do one right now. We're going to call this one testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're going to name this one a test card. So we'll create the card. And once it loads, you will see in the cards manager, there'll be both of them. But over here, we're going to go into this a little later. Don't worry, I'm not just rushing over this. When you go back to the cards manager, you'll see, here we are. Now we have two of the same version, so I can bounce back and forth between tweeting the two without having to rebuild constantly. But today we are going to start from scratch. So, create website card. Once this loads in, oh, that was really fast today. I'm glad my internet's working. The first thing we're going to do is add an image. So you'll see that you do have to make it a certain size. I actually had quite a few rejected ahead of time. Last time I tried to do these. So we are going to go into ThirdScribe and let's see, what should ours be today? I think we should go with something's going to give a little bit of information that there's a lot of things you can do on the site. Now I'm choosing this one because a few of the other ones I've chose did not fit in the screen. So this one it's going to give them just a little hint of what's going on. You can choose to zoom in close or zoom out far. It's not going to let you go beyond the parameters. So if what I put in right now was just this narrow, I can only zoom in so much. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to save that one. Then we're going to come over here and you see we get to choose the website. So I'm going to want to bring people not to straight ThirdScribe because even though ThirdScribe is beautiful, I want to get people to sign up. So I'm going to this one / sign up. Ta-da! So that way when people click on this, they're going to come here. They have the choice then to learn about ThirdScribe, to log in, or to join now. I don't know anyone who would just click join now without learning about us first, but hey, maybe someone out there just trusts us or knows one of you guys and decided they wanted to join on their own. But they have all three of these options right here off the bat. I think this is going to give people a softer one once you see what I'm going to write on here. So headline, this is going to show up, right, I'm pointing to it like you're going to be able to see me, right here. That's the information that I'd had before. It was, oh, my donuts. It was right down here. So it doesn't quite come across as it does in this image as it does in real life. You'll see it switch over. So this preview is a little untrue, I guess we'll say. It's not quite accurate, so it's going to look like. Just a little warning. It's going to just be a little twisted sideways. So not that big of a difference, but just a slight one. So mine's today going to be called, let's see, are you cool enough to hang out with the... Why not? I've been told many times that being slightly rude to people kind of helps people a little bit. Just a little jokey one, you know? And it's a good point. We do have, would say hands down the coolest authors on the web. It's been really fun to see when new people join the site and then they kind of find out who the ThirdScribe authors are. I'm calling you guys the ThirdScribe authors because you are the authors on ThirdScribe. It's neat to see them suddenly get engaged in all the social media to want to be a part of it. It's a nice little community and family we have going here. So huge thumbs up to Rob for finding some great people to start off with and continue to build off you guys. So thank you so much. Then moving back, I guess. Sorry, bouncing around a little bit here. Still those nerves. We are going to go to the call to action. This is where you're going to get to find out about what it is. So do you want someone to read more? I don't. I want them to visit now, probably. You can have people shop now if you want to send them links over to your Amazon site. You can have people view now if you just want them to look at one thing. Visit now. I'm a big fan of learn more. Huge thing because you're not it's not as forceful. It's like just learn a little bit. What do you have to lose? I mean, hopefully no one hates learning out there. We've got apply here. I mean, I'm sure you can see all these down here. I would love to hang out with the person who's using the bet now, especially if it comes to football season again and the Niners are going to the Super Bowl. I will bet everything on them. But for today, we're going to do learn more. And let's see. Let's name this card now. What should we call this one? How about tutorial card? Okay, now I think it's all set up. I mean, we've got the information, we've got everything set together. We have a little preview of all the tools, so we're going to click Create Card. And what's really fun is that those of you guys who do follow me on Twitter or who follow ThirdScribe, you're going to see this today, or you will have seen this in your time yesterday, and you'll go, oh, that's why it was there if you're actually watching this today. So we get to choose now to compose the tweet with this card. So that's where it's just going to go out into the Twitter universe, this edit card. If I don't like how something looks, I can view website. Make sure you click this. Make sure that everything was copied correctly, and it does work. I'm going to do it right now to make sure everything's accurate. Ta-da! Everything looks good. So I'm going to go and compose a tweet with this card. So do not delete this area right here. I know it's taken away some of your characters. Don't do it. You need all this space. Or you need all this in here because that is your card. So I'm going to say calling all, let's say, book lovers, authors, readers, writers. Oh, if only I could type. Cool people. Because apparently this is like high school again, and we're calling people cool people. And anyone else you want to include in here? How about, let's do hashtag am writing, hashtag am reading. You guys look good. Oh, let's add in some publishers. Why not? So, everything's up top. We have filled in what we want to do. Delivery. Standard delivery or promoted. So this is where we're going to be having to pay. Don't go here if you don't want to pay. This is just normal. Scheduling, and this is probably pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know when your followers are the most active online. I personally have not tracked it for myself, but it seems like my people are a little bit more active midday and after work, not during working hours. I'm sure you guys do know when you're getting the most retweets, the most follows. I seem to see a big bump up in the early morning East Coast time too, so perhaps it works a little bit better with you there. You do choose when you start what your time zone is, so it will be located to your time zone. I live in California, so mine's set up to here. I don't live in Los Angeles though, so don't judge me on that. Sorry, Nicole. And yeah, so I'm looking at this, and I want this to go out now because I want you guys to have seen this beforehand and wonder, what the heck is this girl doing, tweeting out all these cards? So I'm going to set it out to post now, but if you want to post it in the future, go ahead. If you do have some great followers or some people you do talk with that do constantly retweet you, ask them not to retweet it instantly, but to instead pace it out a little bit. If you possibly get a retweet maybe every hour, every half hour, a lot more people will see your tweets in their feed than if it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. I mean, Twitter does move quickly. Since we've been doing this I'm sure if I went to the home screen, it would be flooded, and then we come back in 5 minutes, it's going to have even more on here. So let's do that so we can see just how many in like 5 minutes go by. It's incredible. These should be seen. We want these to be seen. So try to ask some people to do some nice favors for you if you can. If you include ThirdScribe in any of your tweets, I do search for those a few times a day. I search for them on my account and on ThirdScribe's account, and I make sure I favorite them and retweet them to everybody, because why not support each other? That's what this is all supposed to be about, right? So, tweet. Ta-da! And this is making it go live in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I don't have any active campaigns because I am not paying for this, obviously. So it's going to tell me that it is done, finished. I don't want to promote it because I do not want to pay for this right now because I don't know what's working. So you're going to go right back to the same screen you were on before, and I don't want to see all this information, so I'm just going to return back to the Cards Manager over here. If you did pay, you would be able to see how many people have clicked on these. Here, I am not paying, so I cannot see those things over here. It'd be nice if you could, but no such luck. They do get updated. Yesterday, it looked like they were only being updated once per day. I'm sure as this has been online for a little bit longer, you're going to be able to see hopefully some changes, because once per day is not great for clicks. You need to know what's going on immediately. So back over here, in those few seconds, 15 tweets. If someone wasn't on, yours would not be on their screen. So that's why we're talking about the tiered tweeting. But we're going to go and look at me and see this beauty that we just made. I'm going to say, of course, after all this, it's not showing. But no, here it is. So, image, are you cool enough to hang out with the best authors online? A little call to action up top and a big call to action down here. We want people to learn more. Go to this main page. Pretty simple, right? I think so, so I hope you think so too. But feel free to ask me any questions if you get a little bit confused or lost along the way. My email address is marissa@thirdscribe.com, or you can always reach me on ThirdScribe. Send me a message, whatever you want. I'm on all social media. I'm not scary, I promise. Now you guys can see I'm just a little awkward, a little dorky, and here for you guys. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and thanks so much for watching my video. Bye.